think I was going to say, you know, for the Z, the play we talked about for Thunder Talk, exact same length as Horizon Cup. As we'll see what happens here. It is the 5th and final game of tonight. We will find out who is going to be playing in the grand final up against THANKYOU Gaming. Will it be the All Chinese affair with Thunder Talk qualifying? Will it be Rolster completing the reverse sweep and showcasing a rivalry that we have seen many times in esports?
The earliest jungle presence is going to be a bit of a race. You can expect Doe to arrive pretty early in lane once he's got Noodle, but Chris can fight dead lane. First 2-3 levels because of course they're on Lee Sin. So this game is going to start scrappy.
Early gold for Ratelder as well. It takes a little bit out of the mid lane there for Isaac.
Yep.
Seen this already from him.
Isaac on the same is playing a waiting game, but you're keeping things at a distance. So you can share some of that XP with Ratel, boosting him about a level ahead if everything goes to plan.
Also, I think has some focus on the bottom side of the map. Really from something we haven't seen much in this series. We had that one game where Chris went bottom lane and set up Azua, but it's really been the top side, which makes sense given the positioning of the carries in this series. But I think especially for the Rolster side, Luna's going to have to get aggressive, which is not something he really does in the 2v2.
No, Luna is the master of kiting. Luna is the master of hiding behind his carries and team fights. This game is going to demand that Luna play aggressively in that Lucian. More so, it's going to be dependent on Doe's early presence in lane. Do they early gank with Senna in order to shut that down?
Ratel already forcing Daria actually out of favor, yeah. The Pocket Olaf coming out nicely here in the early stages of this game.
Even before Ragnarok's online, the Darius trading pattern kind of demands people be up close, and then he wants to separate. And Olaf is very good at just staying up close and personal.
Ratel even roaming down for the crab. Are they giving him... Yeah, they are. He's just taking a little bit of extra here. I love that play. Wait, is there a crab? Am I going crazy? There is a crab there.
All right, Pastry.
I'm not losing it. You're losing it.
Game 5 taking its toll. This crab will indeed go over to Chris. Was it ever really there? Don't ask Pastry.
Yeah,
he's going to go for an invade. Wow.
Very obviously not a jungler, as Chris. He's going to try it. Doe is here, though. Chris does not know. And the team does. So now it could be trouble. The rest of the squad are roaming up. And Chris is like, aha. I see what's going on. Oh, he missed it. He can't steal it now. There we go. Back in. Oh, he got it.
He stole it! I don't know what to make of this!
That's very casual, but he did get it. I like that.
Everything went wrong for Thunder Talk. Rolster had the perfect opportunity. Chris still manages to make away with the blue buff.
Great success then, as Chris. Ooh, early execution is calling.
Yeah, I will say one of the things that matters a lot in this game is just the early game tempo, and what we're seeing right now where Rolster are having to fight to defend their own buffs, where they're having to fight inside their own jungle because of Chris's presence. That may decide this series.
Already kicked him, but not going to follow onto Isaac, but a lot of damage done here, opening up some space for Z, as Chris continues to take farm away, and Ratel almost solo killed Faber. Hey?
And this is the performance that won them games number 1 and 2. Chris dominating the jungle on this Lee Sin and continuing to steal away everything he can, forcing Doe to fight for table scraps.
Yeah, I think he did manage to smite that Raptor away, did Doe, but still not what he really wants to be doing with his time, once Faber has got himself the bell. But watch this one again here. How did this almost happen for Ratel?
Well, you see this Olaf is going to walk.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Very quick fingers, by the way, from the center. Faber, happy to have Azua awake and ready to go with a very quick Dawn Shadow.
And there's just nothing you can do if you're the Darius on that one, aside from this. You can ping the ult. Like, Ratel burned ult. Unfortunately, because it's wildrift, that else.
Here comes Chris, looking for the kick, doesn't grab it just yet. Dodges the bubble though, the tidal wave's going to connect, and oh my goodness, the snowball is rolling on in. The first blood's still available. Zig's dunk is there, and Doe is going to get it. Now it's Duas left for Davis. Rolster is going to find 2 kills.
Rolster with a massive double kill. Finally finds their early game tempo exactly where we asked them to. It's down in the bottom lane. Luna benefiting from both kills. The actual gold getting passed over to Doe, enabling them to build a frontline tank that Thunder Talk are going to struggle to work through in this mid game.
Watch this one again. Thunder Talk a little more than they could chew here in the Axe replay.
Luna with a very good calling, an instant response by Salem from that tidal wave. The second they realized that they might be able to find an over-aggressive Lee Sin. That's exactly what they need to do as Rolster. Punish everything ThunderTalk are giving them.
Joe is behemoth right now on this Nunu.
Don't do this, Rattel.
Sunfire came there, Rattel thinks better of it.
He wasn't checking for vision. They had a ward in there, so I genuinely don't know why Rattel was thinking about walking into a 1v3.
I was walking into a different 1v3. Chris
got
the Q.
He's got ult.
Feiby's in. Chris is there. My goodness, he does a lot of damage, but there's Dawning Shadow, and there's the dunk out of Feiby for the kill.
Chris burning. 1 HP. Chris survives, and he picks up the gold as well.
Techno going in, but he's pretty strong on this stick, so Feiby's going to have to back out of there. And the thing that they want is the side they want to win on here. Rolster got the bottom lane tower off that.
He's in trouble here.
Feel worth it. They just can't do anything. He's actually clears the wave and chills out. Now Z's here. They're going for everything. Shockwave hits. Not enough damage. Almost enough damage, but now Rattel's back. Z's flashing back. Now going to try and make it happen. That W missing might cost Z his life here.
Rattel doesn't have ulti, and that means he can't close the distance. This slows the center route. They're too scary. And he will back away, but he does a good call in the midst of all that, Julian. And that is that Rolster did manage to contribute that bot lane turret into Luna's bank account. He's now a very big Lucian, and it's freed up Salem. Salem no longer charged with escorting that Lucian. Your bottom lane can come up here and protect Rattel against the pressure that's going his way.
This gold lead for Rolster. This is looking like early ThunderTalk in the first open games of the series.
A very good sign for them. But look at ThunderTalk. Wow, just completely committed to killing Rattel. They know he's a carry player, and they are devoting all of their resources to getting this kill. Because after games 1 through 5, they are certain that if they can shut down Rattel, they can win this game.
There's a trade as well. They don't get the kill, but they do get the tower. That is nice here for ThunderTalk. It's not enough to close the gold gap, but it does cut it in about half.
They'll need to reset, though, and that leaves Rolster with complete command in the middle of the map. They're going to press forward here with the Ziggs. They might be able to do turret damage.
Really nice from Z to stop that culling. But it's just wave clear duty. Like, Z's not going to have that offensively now if ThunderTalk want to make a play.
Cooldown's relatively long.
Herald here. ThunderTalk trying to crack open the mid tower. They couldn't get in game number 4. Going to get the charge off here.
Toe carries the route into Luna. And that means that the Rift Herald charges. A little bit of trolling, just for the team, just for the boys.
Well, still got, 850 HP left on the tower, so not dead just yet, but, Nunuing around does happen sometimes. He's going to snowball wherever he wants. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Mostly it's good.
I don't think that Rolster should subscribe to this ideology that you're pitching me, Julian.
Yeah, I do agree that, stylistically, doesn't seem like they line up with that kind of style. The free-form jazz Nunu. I think they're much more rigid and classical.
This is a very interesting way of rebranding a Nunu that just runs it down in my games.
Does he even have sweeper? I think he's fine. Don't get the pass from him.
ThunderTalk playing very defensively right now, and again, this is a flip of previous games. The pressure is on Rolster to do something into Oriana's center, which is going to get so scary towards the 15-minute mark. They need to fight now if you're Rolster. This window around the 8 to 10-minute mark is their strongest. They're going to get worse and worse, I think, as Luna's going to start falling off. They'll still have damage in the late game, but they'll have to fight into the peak performance of ThunderTalk.
Feiby and Azua just chilling out, knowing the pressure is coming here in the top side of the map. There is a Rift Herald up in 20 seconds that Rolster are looking to play for.
Joe scared away here. This Rift Herald would be big for Rolster. It would open up the middle of the map, which is their main goal right now. They can lock down this mid turret. That means that further objectives go their way, and that mitigates the lane. Their goal here, by picking up Drakes, is to give themselves tools to work with. As we go later in this game, this Senna, this Oriana get bigger and bigger.
Dragon's up as well. Chris has been down the bottom lane this whole time, actually, so I'm going to try and set up for this Dragon. Here comes Rattel on the flank. Azua completely out of position.
Rattel
pulls the trigger, but doesn't find the axe. They now reset the Dragon, so a bit awkward here for Rolster.
And ThunderTalk are completely out of position. Look at Luna just poking over the wall. Here comes Rattel.
Ziggs ulti down. They're going to try and dodge it. Here's Rattel going in again. Pops the Ragnarok. Azul with the Dawning Shadow going to try and save the day. S12K barely live. Rattel barely lives. And somehow everyone's walking away.
Nobody dies in a 5 versus 5 team fight at game number 5 for both teams' tournament hopes. as Rolster back away, or forced to back away. It's a good execution of their sequence, but THANKYOU are very aware of what's about to hit them. You see this instant kite come out from them. Azure helping the team back away from that threat.
And Chris just keeps the wave going, trying to pressure this bottom side tower, still open up more space around this dragon. Time for a reset now for THANKYOU. They have made their way back here, and Z's ulti's cooling off very quickly.
Around the Drake, THANKYOU do a vision set up, and they're starting to push forward. They use Feibai and S12K as their front line, try to position Z and Azure behind it, just poking out damage. If Rolster want to win this fight, they need to get Rattel in specific into that backline, give him access to Z.
So also poking here in this siege. THANKYOU are trying to open up space before they get onto this dragon. They're being patient here. Not something we've really had to see from them, honestly, but very Rolster-like, honestly, in this situation.
Yeah, THANKYOU playing patiently and slowly in this mess.
I'm going to take it back in a moment because Chris, a little too close to the Olaf, he's going to dash away. Great shockwave out of Z, but no follow-up, and he lost a lot of health in the trade there. And now S12K is locked up, and that should be a kill. No, not yet. The Dawning Shadow going to save him temporarily, but Chris can't find it, gets the kick instead. Kicks Luna into the team, and he's dead. Chris has found the play that might save him here. As Feibai now roams on in.
And THANKYOU see Rattel on the bottom side of the map, and they pull the trigger. They know they can play aggressive. There is no tool to gain access to the backline. The only thing they need to do is shut down Luna, and they do exactly that. Chris, the hero, yet again for THANKYOU.
High value bomb there for Isaac to cancel 2 recalls, but they're just going to take the 2 kills, 2-for-1 trade in favor of THANKYOU, reset it up, and look again, TJ. That gold lead, less than 1,000 now. Chris is even starting the Drake.
Spotted by this Redemption, very well played. Here comes Salem to try and harass. He doesn't have the safety. Watch S12K on this flank. This is so dangerous for Rolster.
Here as well, though, there's the Ziggs bomb down. Feibai spinning on in, they're on to Doe. Luna again, but now Doe's completely isolated. He's dead! No, he's not dead yet. He now finally falls to Feibai. Senna now trying to get the roots down, and there's a double kill. Feibai's popping up, and Rattel is going to dive back through. Who gets the dragon? Doesn't matter right now, because Senna's slain the enemy, and now the rest of THANKYOU are diving on in, and Chris is just comboing everyone into oblivion, including that Mountain Drake.
A perfect team fight for THANKYOU. They do find the Drake in the midst of all that, and Rolster can't respond to the quick map movement of THANKYOU. Oh, Isaac.
Azure is playing with fire. What a dodge. Dawning Shadow gets the Q down. One last order. Flashes in for the Q. Dodges between the tower. That's the ace for THANKYOU.
Azure, what was that? He flashes forward to find the kill, secure the turret, and make sure that this team fight finds its maximum possible conversion. As Joe gets caught out early here, separated from the team. The tidal wave tries to repair the situation, but the damage is done. THANKYOU can organize their front to back with Feibai soaking up all of the damage, and nobody on Rolster able to access the backline. See, Azure, they're just free firing. Nobody even touches them during this team fight.
Thread the needle through the eye of the storm there. As you can see, the THANKYOU camp starting to get excited, starting to see the finals on the horizon.
See a grand finals in their future, and all they need to do is keep this pace. THANKYOU have the late game damage advantage. The only thing that goes wrong for them is the next few minutes where Rolster can force a sketchy team fight, use Rattel in particular. And look at this, Rattel's caught off.
Chris is gonna force the Ragnarok on his own. He has been an absolute superstar for the team this series. And this game, maybe his best work yet. S12K trying to make it happen under Isaac, Dawning Shadow. Gonna keep the team safe as Zig chucks out the bomb to try and defend.
Rattel in trouble here.
He knows it. Oh, gets tagged. Feibai walks up to the tower instead. They're gonna try and finish this off.
Doe roaming in here, and Rattel just struggling on the Olaf. It's not the hard carry he wanted. By eliminating literally the entire top character pool, THANKYOU have forced Rattel to play a champion that he does not feel comfortable on. And you are seeing it as THANKYOU press forward. They're down to just the inhibitors now.
This gold lead is massive on the THANKYOU side, and they are the team that, again, they're the 20-minute team this time around, and they have a gold lead of the mid-game team.
And 4 turrets stand between THANKYOU and their shot at the Horizon Cup, their shot at the Grand Finals.
So for Rolster, A team that is not used to being in this situation. They are the team that look to the clock and see if the first number is a 2, and if it's not, they just vibe and wait until it is. They do not get that luxury this game.
Rolster, I think, have passed the point of no return, frankly. I do not think there is a point at which this game gets better for them at this point. They are always going to be fighting from a disadvantage from here until the end of the game. And if they want to change that, they must step forward and force disadvantaged fights for THANKYOU. That means around the Baron, around this upcoming Elder Infernal Drift, which may once again decide a game in this series.
Chris is not even interested in the objective, by the way.
No.
He is like fighting people.
Because THANKYOU understands the only way they lose this game is those disadvantaged fights. So why start the Dragon? Why start the Baron? This is why Rolster are so infamous for taking their time in late games. Because they win the late games usually. But this time, Game 5 of the semifinals, that is no longer true.
Alright, well, not only are they pressuring this Baron, not only is Chris a side laner now, apparently, but there is 15 seconds until the Infernal Dragon is up. And it is not just any Infernal Dragon. It's the biggest one of all. It's the spiciest one.
It is the Elder Infernal for the ticket to the Grand Finals. For Rolster and THANKYOU's tournament lives, they must walk up here and just 5v5 for the game.
For THANKYOU, it all but seals this game for them. For Rolster, it just keeps them alive. I don't know if it even wins them the game, but they have to fight for it. And Doe
That was
just
blind.
blind spots him. They just predicting where the Nunu is sitting, and Chris has found the kick that might be the game. Doe flashes out
TP.
though.
Ratel's too far forward on this TP. He's in trouble.
No, the Ragnarok now is going to have to join the fight as Zua's cutting it out of sea. Flashes out as well, Dawning Shadow picks up the Olaf. There's Doe dead. They can't do it anymore. It's Fei-Bai diving into the backside, dunking onto Isaac. He's going to take down the Ziggs, and Luna is going to try and save the game, but Salem is dead. It's only Luna left alive, and that is the game.
That's the semi-final as THANKYOU win a team fight around this Elder Infernal Dragon, and they find a complete ace. They find the win they so badly needed, and they've got a 3-2 series victory.
Don't need the game. The next is all they'll take. It is going to be the All-Chinese Finals here at the Horizon Cup as THANKYOU take down Rolster 3-2.
Absolute cheers on stage, and understandable as they have just secured their ticket to the very first international final here in Wild Rift. And